Welcome back. And as we look ahead to 2024, Democrats will not only be looking to defend their control of the Senate, but perhaps, just perhaps, even expand their majority. And among their targets is Republican Senator Rick Scott of Florida, in a state where no Democrat has won a statewide election in 5 years. And among the Democrats seeking to unseat him is former Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Mucarsel-Powell, who's looking to become just the second Latina elected to the Senate. Joining me now is that former Democratic Congresswoman and current Senate candidate, Debbie Mucarsel-Powell. Congresswoman, thank you for being here. I want to ask you about something you said earlier today. You said that Floridians have had enough of, quote, the MAGA agenda. But this state has been trending so red recently. Obviously, Governor DeSantis just reelected by a large margin. Marco Rubio reelected by a large margin. How do Democrats reverse that trend in a state that seems pretty comfortable with the MAGA agenda right now?
Well, I can tell you, Garrett, that this state is not a red state. And part of the problem that we saw in 2022 is that most of our voters, Democratic voters, a lot of independent voters stayed home. If you look at the numbers and the margins, Ron DeSantis and Marco Rubio had very similar votes than they did back in 2018. So they didn't really gain a whole lot of new voters or new support. It was that our base stayed home. And that's because there was absolutely no infrastructure bringing our voters out. I remember I was traveling. I was working with Giffords at the time, combating gun violence, and I had been traveling the state. And there was absolutely no structure to communicate with our voters that there was an election and that it was an important election.
Is that purely a technical problem, or is that also a messaging problem? Surely it's not just that you didn't have enough billboards and radio ads.
Look, we can talk all day about messaging, right? I mean, I know that a lot of Democrats are constantly talking about that, but I think that at the end of the day, when you look at what's been happening in this state, we voted for a $15 minimum wage bill that was on the ballot. We voted to make sure that people who had served their time could actually be able to vote in the state. And what's happened is that, yes, Donald Trump has used this state as ground zero for the most extreme policies that are coming out of the Republican Party, but that's not who we are. Like you said, we just won 5 years ago. We won statewide. In 2018, Rick Scott won by barely 10,000 votes. There had to be a recount. And DeSantis also won by less than a percentage point. I won in 2018. This community down here in South Florida, knowing my story that I was an immigrant that came here really looking for opportunities, that had been working for many years at FIU, providing access to good quality health care. They wanted change. They wanted someone that was going to represent them in D.C. It's the same thing that I'm hearing now. And I can feel it on the ground. This is not a red state, Garrett. This is a gerrymandered and a voter-suppressed state.
So how do you make the case to Democrats nationally that in a state that has so many super expensive media markets, it's a gigantic state, you're running against a multimillionaire who can spend his own money, that it's a good investment to try to win a state that, I don't know, I mean, I've been squinting at it. I'm not living here, but it sure looks pretty red from where I sit recently.
That's a lot of it is not understanding who we are in Florida. We have an independent streak here. We don't like anyone telling us what to do, right? And I think that was part of what DeSantis was able to kind of grab onto after the pandemic. But at the end of the day, yes, this is extremely diverse and it's extremely expensive because we are the third largest economy in the United States. Most of our voters, almost half of our voters, are either Latinos or Black Americans. If Democrats care about diversity, they need to invest in Florida.
They have to invest.
And sorry, one more thing,
Please.
which is really important. If we really want to tackle the climate change crisis that we're facing, this is the state that is most affected by the change in climate.
Yeah.
We need to invest in Florida.
Like if you want Miami to still be here in 50 years, it's one of those things you should talk about. Let me ask you about President Biden. We talked about those numbers at the top of the segment, that he's really struggling in these swing states, but also struggling with younger voters, struggling with Latino voters. To what do you ascribe those problems to the leader of your party?
You know, right now we are so polarized. It's very difficult to break through any of the messaging. And what I tell my nieces, what I tell my kids when we talk about this, right? I mean, I'm running for Senate. We talk about politics in our house. It's that I remind them that right now our democracy is on the line and that it doesn't matter what frustrations they may have. Politicians are not perfect. People in office make mistakes. But President Biden has done a lot to protect our communities from gun violence. He's been able to invest in climate change, which is an issue that's very important to young voters.
But then why do you think he's struggling then so much in these numbers? And is it again, the messaging, or is it?
You can't break through with the messaging. A lot of the young voters are constantly on their phones looking at Instagram. I'll give you a perfect example. I just met a young voter here in Florida. She didn't know we had a special election. She gets her news from Instagram. She looks at influencers that talk about fashion, but she wants to be engaged, and she just doesn't know how.
Do you think President Biden is effective as a messenger in this state? Would you invite him to campaign with you?
Look, let's talk about what's going on in our country.
You're running
okay?
for Senate. Would you like to have the leader of your party come here and campaign with you?
I would absolutely work with anyone that's going to support me and my race, that will support putting Florida's families' interests above anything else.
Does Joe Biden qualify?
Yes, yes. And I'll answer, of course. Of course. He's the president of our country. He passed the Inflation Reduction Act. He actually passed a bill that Rick Scott voted against, which is very interesting, the CHIPS Act, which actually makes investments in manufacturing and creating jobs here in the United States. For all the talk about China, why would you vote against a bill that actually makes us independent from China so that we don't rely on China for these very important parts, for our cars, for our phones, for everything, right? I mean, gun violence. Are Republicans, are you telling me that I'm not going to campaign with the president who passed the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, investing in mental health, safer schools, and also reducing gun violence? Yes.
All right, Congressman, we got to leave it there. And if that campaign event happens, I suspect I will be back. Former Congresswoman Debbie Mucarsel-Powell, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.